What if I told you that you could map your family's 200-year migration across an ocean and a continent in less time than it takes to drink a cup of coffee? It sounds crazy. Genealogists can spend weeks, even years, piecing together clues from scattered records just to connect the dots of a single family journey. It's a labor of love for sure. But let's be honest here, folks, it's also a lot of labor. I've been there. I've spent countless hours squinting at old documents, trying to figure out what the faded handwriting says, and then untangle the lives of the people who came before me. But recently, I decided to try something a little different, something that's out of my wheelhouse. I have an ancestor, Moses Pingree, who was born in England way back around 1610. He died in Ipswich, Massachusetts, and over the next 2 centuries, his descendants pushed westward until one of them, Andrew Pingree, my fifth great-grandfather, died in Kane County, Illinois in 1846. That's over 200 years of movement. I was staring down the barrel of weeks of research, digging through deeds, wills, and census records. Instead, I threw the whole problem at a team of AIs. In this video, I'm going to show you how I got a computer to complete a migration map in under 5 minutes. And I'll share the exact tools and prompts that I used to do it today on Trace Your New England Roots. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Today, we are on a mission. So let's start with the problem. For any genealogist, a project like this is a classic brick wall just waiting to happen. The Pingree family, whose name morphed into Pingree and then Pingree, covers a huge slice of American history. We start with Moses, who was born in England around 1610 or so, and he was part of that first wave of Puritans showing up in the Massachusetts Bay Colony by 1641, where he was a deacon, he was a town leader, and he even set up some salt works in town. He lived a long and full life and died in Ipswich in 1696. From there, his family put down deep roots in Essex County, Massachusetts, and for generations they stuck to towns like Ipswich and Rowley. But then came the challenge. After the American Revolution, things started changing and people got what was called migration fever. My ancestor, Andrew Pingree, who was born in Rowley, Massachusetts in 1775, got swept up in it. He got swept up in it. And records suggest he's in Springfield, New Hampshire by 1802. And then the trail goes a bit cold until he pops up again and dies in Kane County, Illinois in 1846. So the path is to England, to colonial Massachusetts, then north to New Hampshire, and finally a huge leap west to the Illinois prairie. And how do you track that accurately? You need vital records from Massachusetts, land deeds from New Hampshire, and probate or census records from pre-statehood Illinois. Each place has different archives. They have different record availabilities. And talk about a massive research puzzle here. And doing it the old-fashioned way would take a very, very long time. So this is where artificial intelligence or AI changes this game. For this experiment, I didn't just use one AI. I used a stack of 4 different tools, and I gave each one a specific job. Think of it, think of it as my personal AI research team. These are the kinds of assistants that are becoming indispensable for genealogists in 2026. First up was ChatGPT. I used ChatGPT as the, well, we'll call it the project manager. It's fantastic at taking a bunch of raw information and spitting out a structured plan. It can build timelines, suggest record types to hunt for, and even guess why our ancestors might have moved. Next in this workflow is Perplexity. Perplexity is my go-to for finding actual sources. It's an AI search engine, and this is the key. It gives you citations for the answers it provides. So when I need to know where to find New Hampshire deeds from 1802, Perplexity can give me verifiable links to state archives or family search. The third tool, the third tool is where the visual magic happens, and this is Gemini, now 3.0. Gemini has some powerful features like reading old handwriting from photos or documents, but it's a killer for this project is the ability to work with the Google Maps. You can feed it a list of places and dates, and it can actually plot them on a map for you. And then finally, I used Claude Sonnet 4.5 to bring it all together. Claude is just exceptional at narrative writing. It can take a dry timeline and then weave it into a compelling story, pointing out potential evidence that conflicts and it adds that rich historical context that makes our ancestors feel like real people. My theory here was simple. By using this 4-part workflow plan, source map, and then narrate, I could leapfrog weeks of manual searching and get a working migration map in minutes. So, now that theory's over, let's do it. I've got my screen recording and I'm putting a 5-minute timer right up here. So let's see if this really works. First up, let's fire up ChatGPT. I'm opening a new chat and giving it the following clear, detailed prompt. Act as a genealogy expert. My ancestors are the Pengri line. Create a migration timeline and record record checklist for these 5 direct line ancestors. Moses Pengri, born circa 1610, England, died in 1696, Ipswich, Massachusetts. Aaron Pengri, born 1652, Ipswich, Massachusetts, died 1714, Rowley, Massachusetts. Job Pengri, born 1688, Ipswich, Massachusetts, died 1785, Rowley, Massachusetts. Francis Pingree, born 1729, Rowley, Massachusetts, died in 1804, Springfield, New Hampshire. Andrew Pingree, born 1775, Rowley, Massachusetts, and died 1846 in Kane County, Illinois. The family moved to New Hampshire around 1802 before migrating west. I need a chronological plan of jurisdictions and the key records to find for each location: vital records, land deeds, and probate. I hit enter and check this out. In about 20 seconds, ChatGPT is generating a beautifully organized research plan. It's broken the migration into 3 phases: the colonial Massachusetts period, the post-revolutionary New Hampshire move, and then the westward expansion to Illinois. For each phase, it's listing the exact records I need. This is my roadmap. We're now about 1 minute in. Now, let's find those records. And I'm switching over now to Perplexity. I'm going to ask Perplexity something very specific from the plan. And that is, where can I find online citable sources for Rowley, Massachusetts, birth records for 1775, and then Kane County, Illinois, death records for 1846? Perplexity is thinking, and then here we go. It gives me direct links to the Massachusetts vital records on Family Search for Andrew's birth, and then points me to the Kane County clerk for his death record. It's not guessing, it's giving me URLs, and this step alone took me about 45 seconds. Now I know exactly where to go to verify everything later. Okay, we're now about 2.5 minutes in. Now for the main event, I'm heading over to Gemini to build our map. I've got the key locations from my ChatGPT ready to go. And I'm giving Gemini a simple prompt with this list. From the following places and dates, generate an interactive Google map with labeled pins and directional arrows showing the migration path. Gloucestershire, England, circa 1610. Ipswich, Massachusetts, 1641 to 1700s. Rowley, Massachusetts, 1700s to 1775. Springfield, New Hampshire, circa 1802. Kane County, Illinois, circa 1838 to 1846. I press enter, and Gemini processes the locations, and there it is. A Google map just appeared right in the chat window. It has a pin on England, an arrow crossing the Atlantic to Ipswich, a short hop to Rowley, a clear jump north to New Hampshire, and then a massive arrow shooting west, landing squarely on Kane County, Illinois. This is the entire 200-year journey visualized in about 30 seconds. And stop. 4 minutes and 15 seconds. That's incredible. I have a research plan, my key sources located, and a complete visual map of my family's migration from England to the American frontier. So let's really look at this map. It's more than just a series of dots. It tells a story. The first part of the journey from England to Massachusetts is the story of what is called the Great Puritan Migration. And they were building a new life, and for nearly 150 years they stayed put. The next jump to New Hampshire is a classic post-Revolutionary War story. New Englanders were pushing north for new farmland away from the settled coast. But that final arrow from New Hampshire to Illinois is the most dramatic. It represents the great 19th century westward expansion. And why Illinois? The opening of the Erie Canal in 1825 made the Midwest suddenly accessible. Andrew Pingree and his brothers arrived in Illinois in 1838, right as the wave of New Englanders was cresting. They weren't just wandering. They were part of a massive historical movement. The very village that bears their name, Pingree Grove, was founded by this family. Now for the critical question. Is this AI-generated map accurate? And here's the answer here. It's a powerful hypothesis, but it's not gospel. AI is a brilliant but sometimes flawed research assistant. The map it generates is a visual starting point, and the plan is a checklist. For example, some older family trees list Moses Pingree's birth as 1610. In fact, I found a birth record back in England. But when I take the sources Perplexity found and start verifying this, I find that most modern scholarship, like Anderson's Great Migration Project, shows that he was born around 1623. My next step was to manually verify each step of the journey. The AI did the work of weeks in 5 minutes, but the final proof still rests on historical records. It's not about replacing research, it's about revolutionizing the speed at which we can plan it. So, so there you have it. A 200-year-old family migration planned and mapped in under 5 minutes using a stack of AI tools. It's an absolute game changer. If this just saved you a ton of future work, hitting that like button is a pretty good trade-off, isn't it? And subscribe for more videos where I can break down how to use this kind of technology for family history. I really, really want you to try this. The tools I used are ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, and Claude. Go try this workflow with one of your own family lines and tell me in the comments what you discover and how fast you were able to do it. Did you find a migration path that you never saw before? It's possible. These tools are letting us move from just collecting facts to understanding the grand stories of our ancestors' lives faster than ever before. We can spend less time on the drudgery of the search and more time on analysis and storytelling. This 5-minute map isn't the end of my research into the Pingree family. It's just the beginning of a much deeper, more focused investigation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. So until next time, this is Eric with Trace Your New England Roots, where history starts with your family.